on the broadcast. Brajesh, surprising, isn't it, over there? No word on the security situation, decisions taken regarding security situations, but essentially 3 announcements coming in after the cabinet meeting.
Well, absolutely. And I think, if you look at the fact that, everyone was waiting for the government or especially the INB Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw to come and brief the press about the kind of decisions that have been taken in CCS, which is Cabinet Committee on Security, and also CCPA. So he saved the best for the last. And, he said that this is not a press conference, spoke about various national highways project, which has been approved by the cabinet, but then went on to make a big political statement, and the big political statement which was passed in the national, in the Cabinet Committee for Political Affairs, which is CCPA. He said that, that from now onwards, what the government is going to do is that they are going to merge caste census, and caste census or caste survey is going to be part of the national census. There is going to be no separate caste survey. Now, this is the reason why this particular announcement is a huge announcement, sir, loaded with political ramification, is the fact that the BJP has been kind of on a back foot as far as caste census is concerned. It started from Bihar, and a couple of other states have also announced their caste census, and they said that one of the big charges which Modi government faced was that the government is afraid of the new caste reality which is emerging, where the OBCs are the new dominant force and they are not getting their due despite their high proportion as far as the caste matrix is concerned. And this is the reason why the government has come up with this decision which has been taken in the Cabinet Committee of Political Affairs, Krishna, is that now caste survey is going to be part of the national census, and it's an extremely important decision which will have huge political ramifications. It'll be interesting to see how the political parties and opposition is going to react to this new announcement. But caste census is something which has been, the government was kind of on a back foot as far as, the political narrative was concerned. It'll be interesting to see, how the opposition parties react to this latest decision which has been taken by the CCPA. Krishna?
And Brajesh, also what would be interesting to know is that when is that next national census, isn't it? It's been more than a decade. The due date has been come and gone as far as the national census is concerned, and this is going to be even more elaborate process if the caste census is going to be part of the national census.
Oh, absolutely. This will take its due time, and the questions have to be framed to make sure that no caste gets deprived of their position as far as this caste survey is concerned vis-a-vis the national census, and also the fact of the matter that we have already, as you very rightly pointed out, we are already well past the census date. So it'll be interesting to see when the government makes that kind of announcement and when they are going to go for the national census. But what this particular news, which I must admit, it caught everybody by surprise, because ever since the CCS was happening, CCPA was happening, the second CCS after Pahalgam terror attack, everybody was kind of clued in to find out what exactly transpired in these CCPA, CCS meetings attended by the top cabinet ministers, whether any word on Pahalgam was spoken, or about the security preparedness. But nothing of that sort happened, and in came the big political announcement, which is that now caste survey is going to be part of the national survey. Ashwini Vaishnaw, Information and Broadcasting Minister, went on to elaborate the fact that that the social structure of the country is quite complex, and this is the reason why they have taken this decision so as to not do a separate caste census, which has all the potential, as per Ashwini Vaishnaw, to rupture the fabric of the social fabric of the country. Krishna?
Right. And it just caught everybody by surprise, isn't it? Because even the announcements regarding the highway projects and the one on the sugarcane prices came together. There was 2 things. He stopped the briefing, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, and then said that any questions on these 2. And every single question was about what is the decision by the Cabinet Committee on Security. And then he took a pause and separately announced, and it began as a slamming of the Congress party for conducting the caste survey, so to speak, and not exactly a caste census in specific Congress ruled states, slamming the Congress party, and in fact slamming them by quoting an incident former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, who had in fact asked for a caste census to be a matter of discussion in the Indian Parliament. And from there, it went into a bit of a drama where he finally announced the fact that it will be the government which will conduct the caste census along with the national census. And after that, there was very little questions. In fact, no questions were being entertained.
Well, I think, I was reminded of numerous press conferences of Election Commission which I have attended. and in which all of the press conferences, the Chief Election Commission would start with narrating out various datas and putting it out front and openly saying that the reason I'm doing this and the last thing which I'm going to announce is when the elections will held is because till then you will be forced to cover every single thing which I'm saying. And this is exactly what happened today. I think everybody wanted to know about what happened in the CCS vis-a-vis the government's response in Pahalgam. Everybody wanted to know the new security measures or countermeasures which are going to be deployed in the state of deployed in Jammu and Kashmir. And in came the caste bomb. And I think if you look at the body language, he knew, and that is the reason why when a couple of reporters asked, he said this is not a press conference, it's a press briefing. And then he took out sheets of paper from his pocket and opened it and then started talking about how. And he also made a very important point that he said that as per article in the Constitution, carrying out census is a responsibility of the central government and not the state government, thereby making it very clear that the states can do what they want to do. The official one will be what the center does, and therein by the big caste debate, I would say has started with this big announcement by Modi government.